Michelle here at My Everyday Wife Life, and today I'm going to be talking about my thyroid health. And if you didn't see my first video on my thyroid story, I would suggest watching, and I'll put a link above here, and I would suggest watching that video first before watching this one, because I talk about my thyroid, Hashimoto's, and the problems that I've went through and where I am now, and now I'm healthy and trying to get even healthier. So first, I'll just mention a few things real quick that I also mentioned in the other videos, but not going into length with them. And I have a few notes here, so if I keep looking down, that's why. So I have Hashimoto's autoimmune disease, and I do not have a thyroid because I had thyroid cancer in 2012, and I had my thyroid totally removed. And I take a natural desiccated thyroid medicine. I don't take Synthroid, and I talk about that in my previous video about why I don't take that. Most people who have thyroid issues take Synthroid, I would say. And I take a natural desiccated thyroid medicine, and it is called Nature Thyroid, Nature Throid, and this is what it looks like. And I take 3 of these little pills a day, and yeah, I take 2 in the morning and 1 in the evening. Well, actually around 3 o'clock. So I do that. So that's the first thing that I'm doing to stay healthy. And if you don't have a thyroid, if you have thyroid problems and you don't take thyroid medicine, that's not good. I've read stories about people who just don't, even after there's my kitty cat. Oh, Callie. Hi, Callie. Oops, she disappeared. So, I've heard stories of people have had their thyroid taken out, and they don't take thyroid medicine, and they're like, I feel perfectly fine. I'm not sure how they feel fine, because you need all those hormones to keep you going. I don't know how they're doing it, and eventually you will get sicker and sicker and sicker, and you can go into a thyroid coma. Yeah, and you can eventually die. It's a long, slow death, but you can eventually die. So you do need those thyroid hormones if your thyroid is not working, or if you don't have a thyroid, especially if you do not even have a thyroid. So the second thing that I wanted to say is what I'm doing is eating clean, and I have been eating clean for quite a number of years, but I'm still working on it and tweaking it. And I fall back, and and then I start over again. I don't really start over again because I've eliminated stuff. I wouldn't say start over again. Just fall off a little bit and have to, restart. So I'm also now gluten-free. I started gluten-free in October, but then here I talking about falling off. I fell off. I went on vacation and started eating a little bit of gluten. And the thing with gluten is it's accumulative. Like, I felt really good when I started eating gluten-free in October, and I felt great. I was having some leg pain and some inflammation, and that really helped that. So in the middle of November, so like 6 weeks after I started being gluten-free, I went on vacation, and the first couple of days I did really well, and then because we were eating out every day since we were on vacation, it was just super tempting, and my husband was eating the gluten, that I just started, just to eat a little bit, and I didn't have a problem. The next day, I didn't have a problem. The next day, I didn't have a problem. And then slowly, little by little, I started having problem after. And it was just and the leg pain was just getting worse and worse. Mostly, I would say, when I came home. Although one day I woke up and my eyes were all like puffy and stuff. And my husband was like, oh my God, what's wrong with your eyes? So I wasn't having any pain, but I was puffy and stuff. And my hands were a little puffy and stuff like that. So it's accumulative. It accumulates after time. And it's not like you eat gluten one day and you're cheated and you're fine and oh well, so I won't eat gluten the next day. No, no, no. It accumulates in your gut. Have you heard of leaky gut? You can look that up. It's a problem with people who have autoimmune disease. It just sits in your gut, and it's hard to get rid of it after a while, and it causes inflammation. So, and the other thing is water. is a huge thing. You need to drink enough water. Your organs need water to work correctly, so you need to keep that water intake up. So I'm working on water. The other thing is, and I didn't write it down, I just thought of it just now, that I am going to a chiropractor. And I talk about that in one of my other videos. I think it was a day in the life, and it was like a little chit chat video. I'm not sure if I'll put the link above. I guess I could do that. But I just talk about how I started going to the chiropractor in April of last year. And once I started going to the chiropractor, about a month, I started to feel extremely better. And I have gone to the chiropractor for like 20 some odd years, but only when I had a problem. So I decided, I was doing some research and stuff, and I'm like, I just got to feel better. I'm going to start going to the chiropractor whether I need it or not, because I know it does help you, like a maintenance kind of thing. So I was going, and within a month, I started to feel a lot better. That all of your nerves that are in your spine and are connected to an organ. They're connected to your thyroid, they're connected to your spleen, they're connected to your heart, they're connected to your liver, your lungs. All of those nerves are connected to an organ. And if they're pinched, they are not getting the signals to it to work correctly. So you need to not just go to the chiropractor when you're feeling bad, when you're in pain. Yes, pinched nerve can cause you pain, but pinched nerves can also cause problems to your organs. And this new chiropractor that I went to, because my old chiropractor retired, he informed me of all this stuff that my other chiropractor didn't even tell me about. So he was very informative, and I will see if I can find a link that explains how your nerves are all connected to your organs, and how there's certain nerves that are connected to your thyroid and everything like that. So that's really helped me a tremendous lot. And I still go, I was going once a week, and now I only go every 2 weeks. And eventually I'll just go once a month, I think. So, the third thing, vitamins. So once I started, once I had my thyroid out, before having my thyroid out, I was on thyroid medicine called Synthroid. So I had a thyroid problem before having my thyroid operation. And I really wasn't taking too many vitamins other than iron, because I pretty much, for years and years and years, have had low iron, been anemic, and so I was taking iron. So, but I found out that I wasn't taking enough of that. So once I got on my natural desiccated thyroid medicine, actually, I think maybe prior to that too, I began to do some research, and that was from the Stop the Thyroid Madness, and I'll put a link to that website below, and it talks about what supplements that you need to be healthy if you have Hashimoto's. I did mention that I have Hashimoto's autoimmune disease, didn't I? I hope so. So, probably your thyroid medicine is not going to be enough. Most likely you need vitamin D. So I had, little by little, I had the doctor test these things, and lo and behold, I was low in these areas. And I take, this is what I take. I take Super D Immune Complex, and it has 23,000, no, it has vitamin A in it, and D3, which is 4,000 IU, and it has magnesium and zinc in it also. So I just take an all over, it is, magnesium helps you to absorb your vitamin D. Now you get vitamin D from certain things naturally. I can't remember off the top of my head, but mostly you get it from the sun. So you need some sunshine, and you need to go out every day and get a little sun on your face, and sit out on your picnic table or your swing or whatever it is, out in the middle of the sun, and get at least 10 minutes in the morning of sunshine, and that helps with your serotonin. when you get sun, the vitamin D you get from the sun helps produce serotonin, and serotonin helps with depression and anxiety. And serotonin is a synthetic serotonin is in anti-anxiety and antidepressant pills. So you're going to get that from the sun naturally that way. The other thing I was low in was B12. Now, I did not start taking all of these vitamins all at once. I took one and took a certain dose, a low dose of it for like 2 weeks, and then I started another one, and then when I went back to the doctor, I found out it was still low in some areas, so then I increased that. Like that's what happened with the my iron, that I was taking a low dose of it, but for people who don't have a thyroid, or even if you have thyroid problems, that they start the Thyroid Madness recommends that you are in the upper levels of the range. When you get your lab work back, it will say what range you should be in, and whether you're in that range or not. And they recommend that you be in the upper level. So I upped my dose after time, and I know a lot of people do not like to take iron. It actually doesn't bother me, but I think the reason is because I started at a low dose, and then after a couple months I increased it, a couple months later I increased it, and your body will get used to it. People don't like this because it constipates you. And magnesium will help with that. So I take a lot of magnesium. I'm sure that helps, but also too, I started introducing it slowly so my body could get used to it, and your body will adjust and you won't be so constipated. But magnesium, which is in the Super D complex, and I just happen to make like the Nature Made brand. So I also take another 250 milligrams on top of what is in the Super D complex, which is 250. So that's 500 milligrams. And that helps with my fibromyalgia. It helps with anxiety, which I really don't have anymore since been on natural desiccated thyroid medicine. And it just helps with my leg pain. And I might start decreasing this, and because I want to try to get all of these vitamins naturally. I'm trying to, now that I'm feeling well, I'm going to do some research and see what kind of food I can eat so I can get these naturally and not be taking the supplements. I know there's a lot of people out there who say vitamins are crap because you just pee them out. Well, they're not exactly. I think a lot of people take vitamins and don't really need to take them. They just take them without going and get tested to see if they're low in that area. I was low in all these. I'm not just taking these willy-nilly. I was low, so I started taking these. So I was going to tell you something and I forgot. So, avocados. I was going to say, I do want to get off of them though, so that I can be taking them in a more natural form. So avocados has a huge amount of magnesium in them, so I want to try to start eating them every day, and then get off of these, at least this supplement, and still take that amount and wean myself off. Now the other thing that I had B12 tested by my doctor several times, and I wasn't low, and then sometime after my thyroid operation, my B12 was low. And so I started taking that, and it's good now. And I also take folate. Now, it's recommended that you take folic acid with your B12 because it helps absorb it. But and I'll see if I can find the video. I read some information that you should not be taking folic acid, you should be taking folate. And I bought this from Vitacost.com. It's actually the Vitacost brand. It is bioavailable folate. I went to my local health food store, and they did not have that. Everything that they said, oh yeah, we have folate, and it said folate as folic acid, whatever the heck that means. I felt like that still wasn't folate, that it was folic acid. So I found this bioavailable brand, Vitacost brand on Vitacost. And I have a referral link down below that you can, if you purchase your first purchase, you can get 10% off that. So check that link out. So did I go over? That's all of my vitamins that I take. Yep. I was taking potassium, but I don't no longer have to take that anymore because I was taking a diuretic, and that was making me low on potassium. So now I don't have to take that anymore. And the other thing I'm taking is Juice Plus. These are natural vitamins. They are made from real food. They, I don't know, they grind them. I'm not sure how the process exactly works. They grind them down, and they're just little chewable vitamins. I'll show you them. And I started taking them the same time I started taking my natural desiccated thyroid medicine. So they're just little gummies. You also can get the little pills and stuff. And they are mostly vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin C. Now, it is a little expensive. Like for all three of these, it's like $75 a month for that. So I did stop ordering them because I happen to have a surplus of them because I wasn't taking them every day. And now they recommend you take 2 of each. 2 of these and 2 of these. But I also got this purple one. They mostly sell this. They promote that. And I also got this purple one because it has raspberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, concord grapes, black currants, black cherry, elderberry, cocoa, and artichoke in it that all these didn't have. These have apple and peach and cranberry, pineapple, etc. This has carrots, broccoli, beet, spinach, and cabbage. The red one had the apple and the peach and the cranberry and stuff like that in it. So it told you to take 2 of these and 2 of these. And this says if you take 2 of these, that's 23% of your daily allowance of vitamin E, 15% of your vitamin C, 35% of your folate. So I'm thinking I'm just realizing I kind of don't need to take, if I take this every day, I might not need to take my folate. It's still not 100% though. So, and then 40% of A. And then this is 32% A, 42% C, and so on. It only has 15% folate. So, if you take all 3 of these, yeah, I think I don't need to take that folate anymore. That's interesting. Well, that'll save me some money. So, I am only taking 1 each. So, since they recommend you take 2 each, these will last me a lot longer. But that being said, it was $75 a month, and now that I'm feeling better, I really want to try to get those kind of vitamins from the food. And I'm not so sure that's what's making me feel better. I felt like that's what was helping me. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. At first I was like, I don't know. I did some research because I was going to get on here and tell you that I'm not so sure that that you really need it. Because, for instance, like avocados, which there is no avocados. There's no avocados in any of these. Well, in avocados, you get things like magnesium, and that's not even in here because the only thing that after they process all the vitamins and grind them into powder or however they make them, the only thing left is vitamin C, vitamin E, folate, and vitamin A. And I'm thinking, well, you probably get those are the kind of vitamins that are the most in most fruits and vegetables. So you probably get enough of those. Well, I was thinking that, but that's not true. Your need for vitamin C, vitamin E, and A is a high percentage, and that you still cannot get enough of those with all the fruits and vegetables you eat. You cannot get your recommended daily allowance. So it's pretty hard. That's why the whole Juice Plus theory is. You cannot get enough. You would have to eat like 8 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. I think 8 of each or something like that. I don't remember exactly this. My friends sell these, so I decided to try them out. But again, like they're kind of expensive, so I have enough to last me for a while. So it's hard for you to eat enough fruits and vegetables to get your daily allowance. So this is supposed to supplement it. They don't say they're vitamins, they say they're whole food supplements. And I wasn't eating very healthy back a year ago, so I did do think it helped me, but I'm not so sure it's helping me now. There's been a lot of people though are like really sick. They have asthma and they're chronic this, chronic that. And after starting this, their children on it and them on it. They don't have colds anymore. But I pretty much didn't have colds anyway, so I wasn't noticing that I was any less sick since I've been taking this. But it has had a profound effect on a lot of people. The other thing they sell is protein shakes. But I started taking those and as a weight loss thing, but it has soy in it. And that would be my next topic is what things do I try to avoid? Oh, let me back up a minute. The other thing that I was taking was some turmeric. I've been trying turmeric, but I did stop taking that. I just wasn't taking it on a regular basis. It's really kind of a pain unless you eat it. It's a root. It kind of looks like ginger a little bit. And I just started eating it whole because you're supposed to grind it up and make a tea. Well, that turmeric stuff stains, so if you spill it, you gotta use bleach to clean it up. And it was just a pain in the butt to make the tea all the time. And I did some research, and it's really actually, I forgot it. I want to say coumarin that's in the turmeric that is good for you. So you have to eat a extreme amount of turmeric for it to be effective. It's supposed to be a natural pain reliever. Although I really should get my husband to take it because it's supposed to help with diabetes. It's supposed to be really good. I'll see if I can put some articles down below about turmeric. So I don't know if I'm still going to do some more research on it. I don't know if I'm going to eat the turmeric or not. So some of the things I am avoiding is soy. Soy, I've done some research, and soy is just not good for you. 90% of soy is genetically modified, and it's just not good for you. The only kind of soy that you should be eating, the research that I did, is fermented soy. And the soy that is in a lot of those shakes products that you buy all have soy in it. Arbonne doesn't. My cousin sells Arbonne, Arbonne, I think, and it doesn't have any whey protein and it doesn't have any soy in it. So I'll put a link to that so you can check that out. But a lot of the other ones do. I don't know. I tried the Arbonne. My aunt brought me some samples when she came for Thanksgiving, and it has stevia in it. And stevia to me tastes like NutraSweet. Well, that's the other thing that I was trying. I don't have anything with NutraSweet. Don't have that stuff. That stuff is so bad for you. As the second, within 10 minutes after I eat it, I have an extreme headache. So I haven't been able to have NutraSweet for years, and it's just not good for you. So to me, the stevia tastes like NutraSweet. So I can't get that taste. As soon as I eat that, I'm like, ugh, yeah, I just don't like it. So I won't use the Arbonne shakes because of that. But so there's been some studies that soy is not good for you, but there's also been some people who rebuttal that and say it's fine. I personally am not positive, but pretty positive that it's not good for you. So I try to avoid any products that have soy in it. And they've done some studies about babies who've been on soy milk because they're allergic to their mother's milk or something like that. So that they have done some studies, and they later in life have thyroid problems from having that much soy. Soy is in everything there, and it's disguised as soy lecithin, L-E-T HICAN or something like that, and I don't know how to pronounce that. And soy inhibits your ability to absorb your thyroid medicine. I'm not sure about the natural desiccated thyroid, but I do know it inhibits your ability to absorb your synthroid. Some people say you just don't eat soy when you take your synthroid, but you can eat it later in the day. I don't know. I'm just avoiding soy altogether. And I'm avoiding gluten. And for a while, I was avoiding fluoride toothpaste because they have found that fluoride interferes with your thyroid and it's not good for your thyroid. So, but I no longer have a thyroid, so I'm not sure that really affects me. But then I'm thinking if it's bad for your thyroid, it can't be good for you either. So, and my teeth are already bad as it is, so I don't know if that's really going to help. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about the fluoride, but do your research, and maybe I'll put some links down below about the effects of thyroid on your thyroid. And the other thing I try to avoid is carrageenan, CARAGENAN, something like that. Maybe I'll just put it here in the annotations here so you can read that. So I found out that causes a lot of problems when people have leaky gut problems. It causes problems with that. It is a natural ingredient, but it's in a lot of things like chocolate milk, and it's used as a thickener. It's in cottage cheese. I have not found a brand that I can buy that doesn't have carrageen in it. It's in like heavy cream to make whipped cream with. Yeah, so I try to avoid it. I do like the mocha cappuccinos. So I do have those once a week. I don't think I can have it on a daily basis. I was drinking a lot of them, and I believe that was causing a problem. And I try to limit my caffeine and chocolate. I do have chocolate every day. I love chocolate, but I try not to eat too much of it because caffeine and chocolate causes problems if you have fibromyalgia. It will cause a flare-up reaction, and you will get some leg pain from that. So I try to limit that. I'm not doing incredibly well on that, but I'm trying. So the next thing is using natural products, and I do have a whole video, and I'll put a link above here and one down below too, in case you missed that one, that about some natural products I started getting rid of or use it as soon as I used up the rest of my shampoos and stuff. I started buying natural shampoo and conditioners like from the Honest Company or from Burt's Bees, and I buy Alba brand, and that's all in that video, and you can see. And the next thing I have not done yet, but I pretty much not been using, I'm going to get rid of all of my candles because they are just not, they are toxic and they are not good for you to burn them. So I have bought a essential oil diffuser, and I bought some essential oils and I use that instead. I still will keep my candles for decorative, and I might burn them when company comes over, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I also have lotions, and I have not yet bought natural makeup. I really only wear makeup once a week at the most, probably once every 2 weeks. And I bought a Himalayan salt lamp. Now I'm going to show you all those kind of things in another video I'm going to do an online haul, and I can show you the essential oils that I bought, the essential oil lamp that I bought, or the essential oil diffuser and the lamp. It's a Himalayan salt lamp, and it's supposed to naturally filter the air and it's supposed to be good for you. So I have that by my bedside table, and it's on 24/7. And the other thing that I do is Epsom salt baths. It really helps if you're constipated. It really helps that. If you have anxiety, it helps calm you down. And Epsom salt is magnesium. That's what it is. This is what they give you when you go for a colonoscopy. It's pretty much magnesium that you take to flush your system out. And uh, I don't recommend you do that, by the way. I had that done because I have cancer in my family, and I had cancer, so I don't know. I don't think that when I went to have my colonoscopy, it was like a assembly line. There was people going in and out and in and out. It was crazy. It was just a facility just for that. And I'm just like, I don't know. Just do all these people really need a colonoscopy? And it cleans you out of all that good bacteria. I forgot about that. That reminded me. It cleans out of all the good bacteria. So I recommend if you do get a colonoscopy that you take a probiotic. And I need to put that on my list of things to do. I want to start taking a probiotic. Now, Juice Plus claims that they are probiotic, but my niece does a lot of research, and she said she begs to differ. So she thinks that I still need a supplemental probiotic. So she did recommend one. I don't recall the name of it. I'll put a link down below where you can buy that from Vitacost. I don't remember because I just realized telling you about that. So in the future, some things, so I am buying a lot of natural products, but I haven't weaned myself off of all, mostly like the cleaners and stuff, because I still have toilet bowl cleaner, and I don't know, I feel like that's wasteful. I mean, that's, I'm not touching that. It's in the toilet, but it's not good for the environment. I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. I'm going to use up the rest of my cleaning products, and then start buying, natural cleaning products. So that's what I'm going to do in the future. And I plan on possibly buying those crystal ball laundry balls. They don't require, you just put them in your washer, and you don't need to use any laundry detergent. And I'll put a link down below to those. I have not yet bought them. That is my list of things that I would like to do in the future, is to buy those so I don't use any laundry detergent. They are like $50 for two, and I think they last you, I don't know, there's a certain amount of loads, and I think, that depends how many loads of wash you do. There's only the two of us, me and my husband, so I don't do many loss. I think I calculated it was going to be like 3 years or something like that. So $50 for 3 years. I mean, if you have kids, probably not be as much, but you're still going to save money, and then you're not going to use that not environmentally friendly laundry detergent. And the other thing I'm going to be doing is to go and get all my fillings taken out. I still have mercury fillings, and that is really bad, and it's toxic. And I'm thinking about the next time I go to my doctor to see if she can run some tests to see what kind of heavy metals that I have in my body, to see if I can get rid of them. I'm going to have them replace them with, I don't know what kind of fillings they use now, but I think I only have 2 or 3, because I'm actually missing quite a few teeth because I had teeth problem after I had radioactive iodine, and I talk about that in my other video, my thyroid story. And what I've been doing is I've been watching Dr. Axe videos, and I will put a link to him below. He talks about a lot of things. He talks about healthy things that you can do for your autoimmune disease. I've been really enjoying watching them, and there's a lot of information on Stop the Thyroid Madness about what kind of vitamins and supplements that you should be taking. And the one more thing is, and I should have talked about this at the beginning of the video, but if you have depression and if you have anxiety, if you're having thyroid problems and you're having all of that, again, I recommend you watch my thyroid story, and that you possibly seek out taking natural desiccated thyroid instead of your Synthroid, because it's possibly not working for you. Synthroid does work for some people, but for a lot of people it does not. And the symptoms are anxiety and depression and fibromyalgia and headaches and a lot of things. So, I've been there and done that, and it's really hard for somebody to tell you, okay, well, you just need to do this, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. I mean, people were telling me that, and it just wasn't working. I know I need to do those things. So with that being said, I'm still going to sit here and tell you what you need to do. What you need to do to feel better until you can get the right kind of medicine that will make you feel better, that you can get a doctor that will listen to you, because A lot of doctors don't listen to you. They want to just give you depression pills and anxiety pills. And me and my husband talked about it. Even before this happened, I knew I never wanted to do that. I knew I was having depression before I had my thyroid out, little like little seasonal depression over the years, and I knew that depression pills and anxiety pills was not an option for me. I did not want to get hooked on those. I just was going to work my way through it somehow and get better. So the number one thing that you need to do when you're depressed is take a shower. My husband would always tell me that, and I'm just like, I don't feel like it. And I was on the couch for a year and a half, just watching TV and doing nothing. And I would get up and take a shower and go get some food, just enough to, and the only times I would get up is when we didn't have any clothes to wear or to do laundry. I was just getting by on the bare minimum. And taking a shower was huge. I wished I had got up and took a shower every day. I mean, but nobody's going to get you in the shower but yourself. Your husband's not going to pick you up, even though I wished he did. I wished he had picked me up, but there's no way he was going to lift me, pick me up, and made me take a shower. But nobody's going to make you do that. You're an adult. You have to do it yourself. Nobody's going to rescue you. You have to rescue yourself. People just don't know how to help you when you're depressed. So get in the shower. I learned this from myself, and I learned this from my mom. My mom has Alzheimer's, and she would fight us every morning getting up. It took us like a good hour to get her up out of bed. But once she got in the shower, I mean, she would hit us. Has a pretty mild manner as far as Alzheimer's. I know a lot of Alzheimer's people are very combative, but she would not hit us hard. Just, I'm going to tell your mother, she said one time. Anyway, the point is, once we got her in the shower, and she got out, she's like, oh, well, when she got in, she's like, oh, that feels good. And it just helps your circulation. It gets your blood flowing. And she felt so much better afterwards. We sat down at the table and she had her coffee and she's like, oh, I feel so much better. She just felt refreshed. So take a shower every day, whether you want to or not. Get up, roll over, get out of bed, get in the shower. Number 2, take Epsom salt baths. Epsom salt baths help with anxiety. It calms you down, and it will help with your fibromyalgia. Number 3, get some sunshine. You need to get some sunshine every day. There would be days on end that I wouldn't get any, and then I would go outside and get some sunshine, and I can actually say that it made me feel better. Again, you get some vitamin D from sunshine. The sun helps, the vitamin D helps you produce serotonin. Serotonin helps with anxiety and depression. Serotonin is in anxiety and depression pills. A synthetic serotonin, but it's in there. And number 4 is to move. Get off that couch. You've got to move. I was causing myself some problems by staying on the couch and not moving around. Of course, you're depressed. You don't want to move. I mean, I felt like there was some kind of force field that was just pushing me down on the couch. I'm like, I can't get up. I'm just so tired. Just try to get up and move and do something. Go to the bathroom. I don't know. Just don't sit on the couch all day. You just are going to make yourself worse and worse. And I did at some point. I ended up giving myself pancreatitis. I don't know. That was not just from not moving, but the doctor said I need to move. You need to move to get the toxins inside of you out. Basically, you need to go to the bathroom. If you are sitting around, it's just not going to flow out of you. Moving helps all of that get out of you, and you need to get that moving to feel better. Number 5 is to be social. This may be hard for you. I mean, there was many days where I just stayed secluded, but on the days that I went out and actually did something, most of the time it was things I did with my grandnieces and grandnephews because I didn't want to miss out on that. Other things I'd be like, yeah, I don't feel like going out today, and then I just felt worse. But on the days that I was social, I actually felt lot better. I'm like, oh, I feel better now. It just helps your adrenaline, and you get your adrenaline going, and that will just make you feel better. I had a discussion with my brother one time about me being depressed and stuff, and he's like, well, you don't look depressed. And I'm like, yeah, because today I'm having a good day. That's why you're seeing me. Today's a good day. You're seeing me. You are not seeing me at home, because I know I've heard several people say, I don't know, like, I even have a friend that had a friend that committed suicide, and she goes, I don't think she was depressed. I think something happened. I think she thought somebody, I don't know, gave her some medicine and killed her or something. I don't know really what she was trying to say. But the thing is, you don't know. Honestly, nobody knew that I was depressed except for me, my husband, and my sister, because my sister was around me a lot. Well, maybe my niece too, because she knew about it, because she was around me a lot. So nobody else really knew I was depressed, because they didn't live with me. You don't know somebody's depressed unless you live with them. Because when you're seeing them when they feel fairly okay. I mean, not okay, but they're having a fairly good day that they actually can get out and do something. So, in the end, I feel a little uncomfortable mentioning number 6, but I'm just gonna get out and say it. Number 6, believe it or not, I'm not sure how much detail I'm gonna tell you, but number 6 is you need to have sex. Yes, you do. Guess what? Sex helps adrenaline, and it gets everything flowing, and you will feel better, and you will feel it probably helps with serotonin, I'm thinking. You just feel better. So if you don't want to have sex, just have it anyway. Just force yourself to do that. You're depressed, when you're depressed, you just don't feel like that, but it will actually make you feel better. And so that's all I want to say about that. I think you get my drift on that one. So that's all I have to say about my healthy thyroid. And again, I have gone way too over. I hope these videos aren't too long. If you have any questions, put your comments down below. I'll try to answer those questions. I'll try to put a ton of links down there. And I'm sorry this is so long. I just don't know how to shorten it, and I just go off on a tangent and just get going, and I apologize for that. But let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to steer you in the right direction. Again, I've done a lot of research on it, but sometimes what I know what's in my head is hard to explain this to you when I talk about it. But I can point you in the right directions to a website that has that kind of info. So, excuse me. That's all I have to say for today, and I hope you are feeling well. If you have Hashimoto's and autoimmune disease, look into these things and enjoy your day.